Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Echoes of Mystralia. It is a game that I honestly didn't expect that we'd see. I loved Mages of Mystralia years and years ago, and then I just kind of didn't hear anything else from Borealis games, so I was like, oh no, I really liked the first one. And then surprise, surprise, Echoes of Mystralia is in development and is a fair way complete. This time around it's a roguelite action RPG. It gives me some kind of, well, I'm gonna say it gives Hades vibes, and frankly I like that, especially if they're bringing in the Mystralia spellcrafting system, which they absolutely are. I just want to see how that goes. So a couple of things to note is, one, I do want to say a very quick thank you to Borealis Games for reaching out and sponsoring this video, and to also say that there is a playtest going on right now. It's up until the 27th, so if you want to play Echoes of Mystralia yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. So with that, let's dive right in and see where this goes.
It all began with a 300,000-mile journey to Mystralia. I had to shake my legs a bit when I arrived.
Oh, so it's a male protagonist this time around. Okay. Now, is there something up here? It looks like there's stuff that I can break. Okay, so I've got a chuck a disc, I've got a zap. I've got that. Doesn't look like there's more.
First I thought, feels good to be back home. But then I saw them. And it didn't feel like home anymore.
I'm an absolute sucker for this kind of art style. I guess it's cel-shaded? Kind of painterly cel-shaded with relatively low complexity models, not quite low poly.
Free now, but not forgotten.
Select an evocation, Lizard's Breath. Speed minus 30%, add burn. Okay, so we can add this to either our Thunder spell or Wind Boomerang. So it slows it down, makes it burn. I think I'm going to add it to the Boomerang, because I think this might mean that it just travels slower and sets things on fire as it goes. Maybe. We will see. Okay, what was that? Okay, X to dash. Doesn't look like any of the other routes are available. I think eventually we get to do other things. Oops.
They were everywhere. Some spoke of curses, others of plagues sent by mages.
Oh, I see.
But everybody was wrong about them.
So we get another one of these. Evocation. Ooh. Oh, so this might be a new spell. Or alternatively, I might still be able to stack this on. So stationary lightning trap placed on the ground, ray orbiting its source, or fireballs in random directions. Okay, so I'm actually going to swap this in. Damage 50%. Now let's go back to this one and put this here. Maybe. Okay, fireball thrower. Fireballs in random directions. Damage 50%. Apply burn. Triggered on distance. Okay, triggers activate based on the first materialization above. Percentage damage relies on damage. Okay, so we'll see how this works. Yeah, this is kind of what I was hoping for. So now our... you know what? Actually, hold up. I'm going to keep poking at this. I'm actually going to swap this. Put it in here. Go back. Move this here. And here. So the reason why is we want a slower fire boomerang. It actually doesn't really seem to change too much. Let's swap these. Yeah, I don't know. Main thing is, I like the idea of Lizard's Breath setting things on fire. I was kind of hoping to slow...
Only we knew where these creatures came from.
I was kind of hoping to slow down the boomerang so that it fires more...
They came from the past. Lost memories trapped down here.
So it fires more fireballs kind of around. Because if it was really slow, maybe it would be one of those where like it just kind of hangs in place and spits fireballs randomly. For like, 5 or 10 seconds or something like that. I'll see if I can play around with it, because it would be kind of neat if I could just have it be this static thing. Because a like weird fireball generator disc seems like it would be nuts. Alright, so extra duration, pierce, add chill, damage when foes are full. None of these really are very good for what I'm trying to do. Which is a little unfortunate. The extra duration could be interesting. Piercing freeze could be good, but not on any of my abilities, and currently there's no reason for me to equip that because...
I've come to learn how to send them home. Now's before the rift. Before it all fell apart. When my biggest challenge was my punctuality.
Welcome back to Mystralia, Mazarim. You're late.
I'm sorry, I got lost on the way.
Spare me the excuses, all right? I'm an old rock. I've heard them all.
It won't happen again, I promise.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Anyway, let's talk a little about Maida. The Guardian is waiting for you at her border. She'll be ready to share her memories with you.
I can't believe I'm going to finally meet her. Can't wait to show her my grit. And my kicks.
Relax, kid. Don't try to impress her. She's very calm, down to earth. And she expects the same from her disciples. That and punctuality. So you better go.
Yeah, the voice acting's decent. Ooh.
The Guardian was far away. Yet I felt close to my goal.
Okay, so we choose which biomes we're going through. Well, currently we only have the Fields of Division. So sure, let's just dive in and see how it goes.
So I was back on my thing.
Okay, looks like it still remembers, or it's kept all of my upgrades, so I guess that was kind of the first part of the run. I know this is going to have roguelite meta progression, but I can't actually speak towards what that exactly is going to entail. Oof. Ooh, I like the fact that the disc will bounce between targets if there's in close proximity. Problem is they currently are not in close proximity, so not much for me to do with it. I think it works better in like small environments. I wonder what the tick rate on the Pierce is. Like, if I could actually... I'm still obsessing over this, is if I can get it to go slowly, I wonder if it can multi-tick on an enemy.
Their powers. Focusing on the basics.
Okay, evocation. Rage on hit. Damage output for a short duration. Critical damage to foes affected by static, or 3 materialization in a branching pattern. Oh, wait. Also Dragon's Breath. Oh, Lizard's Breath versus Dragon's Breath. Okay, so it seems like it's firing even more fireballs. Maybe. But Dragon's Claws. I met Dragon's Claws along the way. The statue is there to remind us of our origins and teach us a lesson as old as time. That is sacrifice. So, I can spend some health, some crystal, and spend health. Felt the pain of loss and the joy of gain. I don't know what that is. Oh, and we get a trinket. Increase lightning elemental damage by 25%. Increase max health by 50. Oh, so that's what those are. Okay, that's extremely good. Well, I didn't mean to go that direction. Piss.
I had
Whatever.
to get ready to meet the Guardian.
Yeah, currently I'm... Oh. You. Ain't gonna work. At least the enemy moves are extremely well telegraphed. I'll say as far as, like, action-y roguelites go, this actually might be one of the more approachable ones. Hate to say it, but I've actually been kind of leery about playing a lot of action roguelites lately. Because I notice they keep trying to get harder, upping the ante from one to the next. And I actually don't really enjoy that. I like games that are much more, I don't want to say cerebral, exactly,
My
because...
real battle wasn't in the forest, but in my head.
Okay. Thunder strikes that deal 60% damage. Crit chance and cast speed. Gain haste when perfect dodging an attack. Thunder thrower. I'm just going to keep slapping it on this. We'll just see what happens. First materialization above. Okay. Oh, I see. So 3 materialization in a branching pattern. So this is the materialization that is being cast. Got it. Yeah, so I think I might have missed an artifact earlier. Oops. As silly as it sounds, I kind of wish there was a confirmation when going through a door. Just
Suddenly,
like walk up to it, press
Like a
X.
smell of mold.
Just like a real basic, like, hey, oops, don't want to go through this yet, there's something left. Or maybe it's one of those where it blocks you from going in if there's anything left.
That's how I'd recognize the roots from now on.
Like a reward, for example. Okay. Should be kind of fine. But yeah, I haven't been super excited about a lot of like action roguelikes because they're, I'm not going to say pointlessly hard, but it's like super reflex has parry heavy or some degree therein where it absolutely has to. Ooh, you can stack burn. Looks like you can stack burn up to 10 though. Ow. Ooh, do not stand in the poison. But yeah, so my fireballs don't do much damage. I think I've like severely reduced the amount that they could possibly do. It just doesn't matter because I'm stacking so much burning on everything that everything just gets toasted to death. This is why I really liked the previous Mystralia game, and I think it's why I'm going to absolutely adore this one. Okay, leaves a trail of fire that applies burn. Oh no. Swap these out. I'm just gonna... You know what? Slap it here. Increase wind elemental damage by a little bit. I do wish I got some choices on those. Even like pick 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3 or something like that. The only immediate problem is I'm not really using much for wind, and I'd love a little bit of control on that kind of thing. Just as a like, hey, this fits my build versus doesn't fit my build.
Which means they had access to the past. To my past.
Oops. Actually took a damage there. Okay, this is working exceptionally well, though. Because, yeah, we have fireballs that are casting lightning at things. I think the one thing about the previous game is the more you stacked on, the longer it took for this stuff to generate. Or longer it took for, like, things to cool down. Clearly not the case on this one. Oh, boy. I wonder if there are some spells with, like, more upgrade space than others, because it certainly feels like, there's going to be some really dirty combos available in this, and I am so excited. Wind Wave, 50% damage and applies knockback. Alright, leave that out. Get a bunch of stuff. Is this something I can interact with? Doesn't look like it. I do feel like this is probably still kind of the prologue-y run. Oh, repair camp. Okay, so we can get an artifact. We can talk to somebody. We can heal. Let's start with the artifact first.
A new face. If it were me, we'd stop wasting our time with all of you. But the chief thinks otherwise, so how can I help?
Okay, I can buy a trinket.
Need
20 money at
anything
the start
else?
of a region.
You don't seem very pleased with our work. We don't have a complaints department yet, but I can take your comment upstairs if you like.
What I'd like is for someone to take down the roots once and for all. Can you do it? They always come back. Oh, and I'm Nazette, by the way. Need anything else?
Okay, so what is
Welcome
this?
to my camp, Watchman. I'm Henry, head of operations. Your colleagues left some stuff here, but I'm no public bank. Gotta pay to withdraw.
So I can buy an evocation. I mean, I have the money. Okay. So bigger damage, slower. Stationary lightning trap placed on the ground, or an electric projectile. I think I'm going to do the lightning trap. I'm going to slap it on this one. Make it last longer. I don't actually know if it has a duration, but now it's got a longer one. Oh, lightning beam has... Oh. That's why.
Anything else?
I'm supposed to...
You're coming with fragments, I hope. They're getting hard to find. With all that's lurking around, you don't want to stay out too long. Speaking of which, did they get you?
Yeah, the lightning beam that I haven't been using is a channel. That's why. Okay, get healing? Sure.
Need something else?
I still can't believe it. My mother used to work in this forest. She always told me what a wonderful place it was.
It was, yes. But we ruined it. All of the workers of the democratization, we're all guilty. We all had a hand in the war. Whatever. Name's Elias. Healer by profession and professional grouch, it seems. You're always welcome if you have any fragments. Need something else?
Welcome to my camp, Watchman.
Okay, what does he
I
have
don't
to
think
say?
I've seen you before. First day of service?
Not quite, sir. My name is Mazarim. I'm at the end of my elevation. I still have to meet the Guardians first. Then I'll be officially in service.
Mazarim, huh? Alright, listen. I like to think we work together here. Both of us. You guys take care of things in the sky. We look after down here. So I'll make you the same deal I made the others. You bring us fragments, and we'll give you hospitality, alright? Nice. Gotta get back to work now. See you around. Anything else?
Okay, nothing else. Let's continue on. And yeah, definitely want to go for artifacts more than anything else. Oh god. What have I done? Like, I'm not even trying to be busted here in the game. It's just like, hey, but what if you just had infinite push beam? I don't even know where my boomerang is in this mix. Oh, we did actually take some damage there. Yeah, the one immediate problem is it's going to be exceptionally difficult for me to tell where the hell I'm aiming. This is very much a, like, just hope for the best kind of deal, maybe. I might actually want to see if I can apply the... Ooh. I'm going to see if I can add that fire. Maybe the trail to a couple of things. Okay, let's receive... Increase in money gain. That's good. Okay, hold up. So we've got Dragon's Breath. Yep. That should be pretty good. So now those wind blasts leave fire, rather than just the initial boomerang. I don't know if that's going to be, like, truly...
Finally, I was there, at Meta's border.
Oh, I wonder... Oh, this is just the first act. That's why the run felt a little short.
It still
Hello.
haunts me.
Mazarim, you're here. Oh, how happy I am. Look at you, a proud protector of the memory and the flower of his youth. Oh, how lovely.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't expect such a welcome, Guardian Meta. I've come to make my wishes known. It would be an honor to receive a share of your memory.
Leave. Sorry about that. There's something in the air lately. I feel so light, so blooming. So, you want to become a protector, don't you? But what part of the memory of the world do you want to protect exactly? The murders, the rapes, the wars. The memory of the world is filled with blood and traitors. It's ruined, and you should know it.
Guardian Meta, I don't understand. Is everything alright?
Run. Run now. Go back to the azimuth and tell everyone that...
Okay, I have to watch out for those wind waves and a couple other things. Okay, the one problem with this build is going to be very difficult for me to see what the heck is going on. On the flip side, I did an unholy amount of damage to her. So I think we're golden. Yeah, that lightning beam is nothing on the... Ow. Ooh. Whoa. Was not expecting them to move. Was not expecting that. Okay. On the plus side, we are in a very good position to do a ton of damage to her quickly, but I took some hits there.
Are you all right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Me? Yes. Everything's fine. But you? What's happened to you?
The spells. The words. It was my hands, and it was my mouth, but it wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. I was trapped in my own voice. I feel it coming back. The voice. My voice. It's getting louder. Quick, take these memories. Take it back to the others so they can see what's wrong in me. Hurry!
Oh, no, that might have reset the run. That's okay.
Master Robok, I need to talk to you. It's about Meta. She attacked me. She seemed to be struggling with herself. I tried to calm the dissonant forces that were troubling her. It worked, but they came right back.
This is abnormal, but not unprecedented. Remember, the Guardians are directly connected to the memory of the world, so what disturbs the memory also disturbs them.
She came to for a few seconds after our confrontation. She told me about a voice, and she gave me some memories for Vimali to look at. She needs her help, Obak.
The Timeless won't be back from her rounds for a while yet, and I must stay here to watch over the azimuth. You must go back to Maida, see how things are progressing, and report back to me. May the memory guide you, Mazarim.
Okay,
The
so
Lotus
ooh,
opens our minds.
so we have a
But
skill
mine
tree.
wasn't ready yet.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so this is my starting skill. And I can buy this one. Some kind of basic projectile, probably. Ice Snipe. Ooh. It's just a linear upgrade system. I see. Yeah, so Ice Snipe, linear projectile, no pierce. Good damage, though. Alright. Congrats on defeating Meta and completing the demo. Keep playing as much as you want, experiment with different creations. Sure. Please tell me it at least, Keeps my... Yes, good. I was afraid that it was going to take away my new spell. Alright, so now we know for sure, don't go the other direction. That's the meta progression, which is not in the game yet.
The most tricky part of our job, it's not the fighting, nor the memories coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, the snipe's got a good lock on,
too. The
too.
most tricky thing. The time we have...
Oh, Bloody Arrow. Increases damage to the next spell cast
The
based
thing
on
on the
distance
road.
traveled. Neat. Oh, so it keeps ticking up.
I was thinking about the world, what Meta had gone through, and what everyone would go through if we did nothing.
Yeah, that bonus damage is actually extremely handy. There's some money. And mystery. But yeah, I'm really digging this so far. Obviously, the demo is an extremely short taste. Oh, cross paths with a timeless idol. And remembered her words. Eyes, windows to memory. They show light or darkness, or sunny days and storms. Get back on the road. I haven't taken any damage. I don't need to care about any of these things. I do wish the demo had some branching paths and stuff. That right now it is very clearly a convention demo, which isn't to say it's specifically bad, but it's meant to be played in a half-hour burst. Okay, hold up. It's meant to be played in a half-hour burst by just people coming to and from the booth. Problem with that is it doesn't work so well as I could replay this a bunch of times. We have the one upgrade, and I think that's good. But as a enduring Steam demo, if we get one of those, just a little bit. Trail of fire that applies burn, damage, reduced duration now. We're just going to do fire trail. It's extremely good on this character. Ooh, upgrade. That might be interesting. Yeah, I'd love to see a longer, beefier demo, I guess, for this game. If only because it feels like you could just have the first act be this repeatable experience. And actually have it be pretty fun. Just have a bunch of different spell options, play around with that, but go no further and maybe have limited amounts of meta progression. Maybe just unlocking new abilities and stuff, but, oh, you want to actually go further? No, that's later. I've seen a number of roguelites do that over the years, and I think this actually would fit quite well within that. Boy, that burn is just extremely good. Ooh, I just have to be kind of careful. Because I'm locked in place while I'm casting a lot of spells, which makes this a smidge tricky. Okay, critical damage, extra speed, and chill. Or static damage and static chain. Speed and 50. Let's do speed. Let's have that freeze things down. Do I go for an artifact? Yeah. We're looking for as many items as I can snag. Okay, so one downside of the chill. Okay. One downside of the chill is you have to multi-stack it, which is a little trickier. Yeah, I seem to just have much better effects when I'm really pushing the boomerang and not much else. Increased lightning elemental damage. Yeah, definitely would like some choices there. Even with that, snipe that guy. Just toast him a little bit. I'm just gonna let them all burn. Worst comes to worst, everything just goes through the trail of fire. It does feel like this subsequent run is a little spicier than the last one. But maybe it's just because I was able to power scale stupid hard real fast on the previous round. And let's see. Just get it with that. There we go. When dying, enemies transfer all their status effects to nearby enemies. Oh, alright, so we definitely need to go for a heavy status run. We've already got the fire trail, so that's pretty good. Oh, this is a different mid-boss.
Sound. I thought it was going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of, action roguelikes for years, obviously.
I'd learn later that was the point.
And I've seen plenty that are very much trying to kind of mirror or echo Hades. I think this one actually does a very good job of having that aspect without feeling terribly derivative. It definitely uses the format, but what roguelike doesn't? And the spellcrafting elements to this, frankly, oh wow. The spellcrafting elements are very much what makes Mystralia sing, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I don't think I can chill the boss, which is a little rough. At least even though it's in burn mode, it still can burn. Okay, there we go. We get an upgrade. Damage on foes affected by... No. Ooh. Void projectiles orbiting around the caster. But no, we gotta go for Thunder Thrower. And wind elemental damage up by a little bit. Yeah. Oop. I feel like hitting the bell once it's down should make kind of like a bonk noise. It doesn't need to. Just be satisfying. But yeah, I think just the twist of spellcrafting, you know, the combining triggers and different effects and stuff, that instantly makes this much more of a memorable experience. And having that mid-boss in the middle of the run actually is quite nice. One of my complaints, enduring complaints about a lot of roguelikes nowadays, is that the runs are kind of maybe a little too long, and this is feeling pretty streamlined so far. I guess I should probably go hit that cannoneer in the back. Oop. Gotta be careful. Good sidewinder. There he goes. Ow. Yeah, the problem is you get locked into that animation. What are you gonna do? Burn. That's what you're gonna do. Rage on hit, lightning trap, or bounce to foes affected by static. So that should be fun to play around with, maybe. And yeah, we have just enough
a new face.
that we can buy
If it
all
were
of
me,
these.
we'd stop anything
Increase
else.
max HP. Oh, and I can buy 2. Okay, so in that case...
Welcome to my camp, Watchman. I'm Henry, head of operations.
Wave to movement.
Your colleagues left some
Electric
stuff here,
arcs.
but I'm no public bank. Gotta pay to withdraw. Anything else?
Okay, let's leave that alone. I'm glad that the camp
You're
gets
coming
more
with
options.
fragments. I hope. Need something
And let's
else?
heal. We don't have any more fragments, so that's good enough. Yeah, I wouldn't have bought the artifact if I knew that I could have actually gotten more spells there. But hey, it's fine. More options is nice. Alright. So now we've got a ziggy-zaggy boomerang, which actually is really nice. The zigzag means that this kind of has a fixed distance, but it's also like turbo zapping everything it's going by, which means I can very much do a set it and forget it kind of build, and it seems to do heinous amounts of damage to these suckers. And like, if I wasn't so focused on dodging and running away, I'd probably be poking a little close. I'd be poking it using my other abilities as well. If I could add homing to this as well, that would be nutty, but I don't think we're going to get that. Damage received is spread out over a fixed duration. Each elimination reduces the pending damage by 50. Yo! That's so good. It at the very least is going to keep the damage down. Problem is we're about to go into Maeda's border, so it's boss battle time already. That's fine. Yeah, just in case there's a healing item that pops up in here. I don't think so. Yeah, no, it looks like it. Well, once again, the boomerang's just going to carry me further. Feels like the second run went so much faster.
Nazarim, you're back. I was afraid I wouldn't see you again after our sad first meeting. Forgive me. I haven't been feeling quite myself lately. It's just this world, you know. It's so depressing. All this violence, these injustices. I don't think it's worth protecting anymore.
I think you're right. You're not yourself right now. Let's see what we can do to fix that.
I do also appreciate the use of storytelling. The repetitive runs. Oh, I should really try and send these inwards at her, because it actually does do damage. It really does do damage to her while it's going on. Okay, next phase or something. Yeah, the immediate problem is just dodging the projectiles and the tentacle. It's kind of tough. I'll have to play around with... Okay, I'll have to play around with a couple of these things. Ooh, already got to the next phase. That's fine. Looks like I'm immune to damage when I'm dashing. I'm just gonna send that off. There's no reason why I need to take out the tentacles. Or, I mean, I guess they're tentacles. Also looks like they get blocked a little bit. Oh, that's okay. This is mad easy. The disc just flying out and just doing 5 damage ticks rapidly is extremely powerful.
Are you all right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
Me? Yes. Everything's fine. But you? What's happened to you?
The spells.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Back.
Yeah, they don't have enough dialogue to really handle multiple runs yet. Hopefully they have more conversations later. And maybe eventually, yeah, she just goes full corrupted and doesn't have any more dialogue. At least not initially.
The Lotus opens our minds, but mine wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. So obviously I don't have really anything else to show off. There's no more spells. Apart from, like, potentially ditching the boomerang and seeing if I can do a run without it, but I'm not interested. The boomerang is so good that it's just, I'm perfectly happy not swapping it out. I don't know. I love the spellcrafting system, even though we did kind of do a fire trail build twice. We had one hell of a zappy build for that second one, and I think that was really cool. Just watching it just shred things with 5 as it would go by, and they'd start zapping each other too. Oh, that was perfect. I cannot wait to see where that goes. I realize that is probably going to render this game almost entirely broken for a lot of runs. Like, you're just going to rip through things with the most busted combo ever. But I think that's kind of the beauty of this sort of design philosophy, that rather than making it explicitly like uber hard or anything like that, it's more about how can you combine things together and see like what is the most busted build that you can come up with. And so yeah, having all these different spell combination abilities, especially over the course of a longer run, ooh, I can only imagine it's going to get pretty silly. One thing I'd like to see, I mean, obviously we got some meta progression in here. I'd love to see being able to add extra like nodes to spells just in case, you know, have it be expensive. But middle of the run, if you've already got a maxed out spell but you want to keep going, pay like X amount to buff it even further. The other thing I'd love to see is minor randomized like stat boosts or something like that on the actual spell components themselves, or slots that you can put upgrades in as well. So like one, you know, slot this in. Oh, it doesn't take up a space in the tree, so it extends it by another space. Oh, this one makes it so it fires 2 projectiles at half damage rather than the usual one. Little stuff like that I think would go a very, very long way. Though I also recognize that this game is probably also a code nightmare of getting all of these things to combine, like mix together and combine and stuff. And so something like that probably would overtax the system more. I could just see it making an already incredible system sing even further. Maybe. But for now at least, I guess I should mention once again that the Echoes of Mystralia playtest is going on right now. So if you want to play this yourselves, just follow the link in the description below, and you can give it a shot and try some different combos. See if you can find some other modifiers that I didn't even mess around with, didn't even see, and didn't even get the chance to toy around with. And who knows, maybe there's some other secrets that aren't available in the, or that are available in this convention build that I haven't seen yet. Could be cool too. The other thing I should note is that Echoes of Mystralia is going to be available sometime next year. They're saying Q2 2026, which is a fairly generous amount of time, between now and then. But from what I've seen so far, this is an incredibly good tech demo, and one that I'm very much looking forward to seeing more as it develops. And hopefully they have a beefier, repetitive demo that I can really sink my teeth into at some point. Because this little taste, oh, I want more. But for now, at least, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. And I guess before I go, I should also say a very quick thank you to Borealis Games for reaching out and sponsoring this video. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.